Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Muhammad Syafieq bin Zakaria, and today our group will present on topic Haze. What is Haze? As a Malaysian, I'm sure that all of us had experienced this phenomenon. Haze is an atmospheric phenomenon where dust, smoke, and dry particles in the air obscure the sky's clarity. Haze acts like a blanket over a big area and stops sunlight from penetrating the smoke. It also can be seen from afar and have a bluish or brownish tint.
Next, who is the government body responsible for monitoring and solving the issue of haze pollution? Ministry of Health of Malaysia is responsible to implement the epidemiological surveillance of haze-related diseases throughout the year at all levels of implementation. They will monitor the number of cases of haze-related diseases which get treatment at the Haze Sentinel facility, which consists of hospitals and health clinics. Other than that, Department of Environment Malaysia. It functions as to prevent, eliminate, control the haze pollution and improve the environment consistent with the purposes of the Environmental Quality Act 1974 and the regulation thereunder by monitoring the air quality level by referring the Air Pollutant Index API. Besides, Malaysian Meteorological Department. If there is any requirement, the generation of rain by using seeding clouds method under Operation Cloud Seeding (OPA) during dry season is needed to reduce effects of the worsening haze. Next, who are the high-risk persons that easily can affected by the haze? They are senior citizens, pregnant women, people who suffer from chronic disease such as lung disease, and then cardiovascular disease and cerebrovascular disease. Person who got allergies, immune compromised, smokers, and children. Young children are at higher risk of developing symptoms because of their developing lungs and immature immune system.
Hello, I'm Hadi. Now I will talk about why haze happen in our environment. Okay, haze is commonly occurs in environment when the air is in a state of unusual dryness. As we know, haze is one of the biggest issue happen in Southeast Asia, mainly affecting Malaysia and Indonesia due to the process of urbanization and rapid growth of the industrial sector. Because of haze, the air remains uniformly dry for many days and many humans have suffered from that. Okay, now I will talk about the causes of haze. My first point is agriculture activities. Outside there, many farmers they used to set forest area on fire to clear the land for a new agriculture land. This method allowed them to clear up the land in large area. But in trade, the area suffer from air pollution and cause haze in our environment. My next point is vehicle exhaust. Vehicle exhaust contain particulate matter. Particulate matter is the sum of all solid and liquid particles suspended in air which are very dangerous to human beings and very hard to see. These small particles will release to the air and will contribute to haze in our environment. My next point is smoke produced by factories. The term smoke used to describe mist of smoke and fog. Smoke usually comes from burning coal that used in factory. This thing is very normal in our industry sector. Smoke contains very dangerous substance and very unhealthy to human, animal and plant. And it also lead to haze in our environment. Because of that, it also make our sky look brown or grey and will reduce our visibility. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Nur Sarina binti Azhar and I will be present about where did the haze come from and where did it actually happen. So, first thing first, the particles that cause the haze phenomenon can originate from many sources, some of which are natural and some anthropogenic. Natural sources include the oceans, forests, and ground surface, Haze, originating from natural sources such as sea salt and sawdust, is generally harmless to humans. However, the majority of particulates are from human activities, which include open burning, forest fires, land clearing, and vehicular emission combustion of fossil fuels in industrial boilers. So, as we know, the air pollution has been an ongoing problem in many countries in the Southeast Asia region, and Malaysia is one of the worst affected. The main sources of the haze are Indonesia's Sumatra Island, Indonesia's area of Borneo and Riau, where farmers, plantation owners, and miners have set hundreds of fires in the forest to clear land during dry weather. Winds blow most of the fumes across the narrow Strait of Malacca to Malaysia. A state of emergency was announced once in 2005 at Port Klang as the air pollution index went above the 500 level, which is, as we know, if the API exceed 500, and that means the area was very hazardous. So the 2015 Southeast Asian haze was a major crisis. As we can see here, the first picture showing the forest fires in Sumatra, and the second picture shows the haze that happened in Malaysia during 2015.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shazmi Yong Haziq bin Abi Wahab, and today I will talk about when the haze happened in Malaysia. As we know, most of the reason why haze happened in Malaysia is because the forest fires in Indonesia. And what make the situation worse is because it happened during the southwest monsoon, which occurred from late May until September or October, and also because of the dry period in Malaysia. From the figure, we can see that the wind direction blow from Jakarta, from Sumatra, Indonesia, towards Malaysia and Singapore. And this is why when Indonesia make the forest fires, it will affect Malaysia and Singapore the most. Alright, now I want to talk about the chronology of haze episodes in Malaysia from 1991 to 2005. Alright, in this first slide, we can see that from 1991 to 2010, most of the reason the haze happened in Malaysia is because the forest fire in Sumatra, and we can see that most of the time happened is from September to October, which that time is southwest monsoon in Malaysia, also the dry season in Malaysia. As we can see here, API in Sarawak above 500 in 1997 makes the government declare haze emergency for 10 days. Other than that, the API in Selangor also reached above 500, made the government declare haze of emergency during that time. And also in Muar, Johor, the API reached 432, which the API, the air condition is hazardous and make all the school in Muar close for 1 day because the air condition is getting worse. Alright, next, from 2012 until 2015, we can see most of the reason also because of the forest fires and southwest monsoon. We can see here for August, June, October, September, which means that during that time is southwest monsoon in Malaysia. Okay, so in 2015, this is the year that Indonesia forest fire is very massive in Kalimantan and Sumatra, and this is the first time 34 areas in the country in Malaysia recorded unhealthy air condition for the first time. And we can see here, this is the in the picture example of the haze in Muar during 2013. As the conclusion, I can say that haze in Malaysia happen almost every year as Indonesia will fires their forest for agriculture purpose. And the time of forest fires meet with the southwest monsoon in Malaysia as the wind direction blow from Indonesia towards Malaysia and make Malaysia affected the worst. And the dry season in Malaysia make the situation getting worse. As for now, as the pandemic COVID-19 hit us on 2020, the government and all the bodies involved urge Indonesia to reduce the forest fire as the impact will be worse to the people health. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amir and I will be explaining on how to deal with haze. Okay, the first step individually is we can stay indoor. This is because when we go outside, we are exposed with the hazardous particles and we can just stay in the house and keep the air clean by using the technologies nowadays such as air conditioners, and if we can afford one, we can opt for air purifiers by using the e-barrier that's been given by the government. Next, we can, if you need to go outside, don't forget to wear a mask, because by wearing a mask, you can block the haze particles from entering your respiratory system. Other than that, we can adjust our diet by taking a lot of food rich in vitamin A. This is because foods like carrots and spinach can protect your eyes and lungs and prevent the haze particles from disrupting the oxygen carrying capabilities of your body. Then we can alleviate the symptoms. Symptoms like dry eyes, coughing, runny nose, and can be reduced by taking prescriptions from the local pharmacies. Other than that, how to overcome haze? The prevention of haze need to be done by on a large scale. Like first we can enforcing the law. Individuals or plantation companies that conduct open burning activities in sensitive areas should be penalized. Government must also create a transparent and credible system mapping and land use and ownership. An atmospheric chemistry and air pollution experts from University Kebangsaan Malaysia once said, Prof. Muhammad Talib Latif once said that Asian countries should work on this matter together because open burning contributes to transboundary haze. This means that even a country is strict about the rules of open burning, prevention of haze, but haze can still affecting the country by its neighboring countries. So the enforcement of law need to be done in the global stage. Other than that, farmers should practice farming without burning. Burning peatlands have become a common practice nowadays for fertilization purposes. But there is another alternative that is less harmful can be used, such as biomass, biochar. And biochar is a charcoal obtained from burning of biomass materials such as wood, manure, and leaves are burned at a relatively low temperature and in a closed container with little to no air provided, and it can be used as soil amendment. I think that's all from me, then thank you.